And we're back. What a week, right? Times is crazy. Times is uncertain and times is hard. Yeah, but we will persevere. I thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you can get a little bit of an escape from the world being on fire and laugh a little bit. I'm glad to bring that. Let's get into the episode, but before I say that, Black Lives Matter. If you didn't know, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Anywho, episode 8 is titled Low Key Happy. This episode is definitely Issa and Lawrence focused. We open up the scene with Lawrence at the bar, like he was in the preview. We get right into the preview. So we find out that, I'm guessing, the person that Lawrence was referring to in the last episode in the airplane after he saw Molly, he was talking about Issa. He wanted to talk to her. So they meet up at the bar. Issa walks in looking beautiful in this red getup. And she sees Lawrence, walks over, and she falls flat on her face. And we have the opening title, and we get back into the episode. Woo, that is so embarrassing, right? And she didn't get up. Like, she stayed there on the ground. I can just imagine. Now, let me just tell y'all what happened to me in New York. So this was when I first kind of moved here. It was snowing, and I was on my way to work. Yeah, I didn't buy any snow boots or anything. I'm just thinking, oh, let me hurry up and get to work. On the sidewalk, I slipped on some black ice. I saw both of my feet in front of me as I fell. Ooh, I fell hard. And you know what? I could not get up immediately to play it off. I was just like, oh, shit. Let me get up. Ugh. So I kind of had a little flashback PTSD from just seeing that scene. Just letting you know. So she gathers herself. She goes up to the bar, says hello to Lawrence. And they're just, getting acquainted. They're talking about the block party. He couldn't make it because he was in San Francisco. We find out that Lawrence is actually up for a job in San Francisco. He might be moving, most likely. And he definitely, this is a very dialogue-heavy episode. So there's certain quotes that I latched onto as I was watching. The first one is, I don't want to be afraid to move on from shit. And of course, this has to do with moving on from past relationships, maybe. He lets Issa know that he broke up with Condola. And I'm just warning you, that's the only time I'm going to say her name right. Issa lets him know that him and Molly aren't friends. He thinks she's joking, but she really wasn't. Now, as they're talking, the music in this bar is getting louder and louder. And it just so happened to be one of the most annoying songs I don't want to hear anymore. Truth Hurts by Lizzo. Yeah, I think white people ruined that song because that song is 2 years old. And I just think I just never want to hear it again. It's right in that box with Get Low and Yeah by Usher. It's just songs I just don't want to hear anymore. So Issa tries to bring up to Lawrence, oh, so what did you, call me out here for? What did you want to talk about? And he's about to talk like, the place is just getting louder and louder. So they just decide to grab the check and leave. So they leave the spot and they're outside the restaurant and they're trying to get an Uber ride. They get into the Uber, and at first I'm thinking, is this a Maxine Waters cameo? Because she kind of looked like her a little bit. They definitely thought they were going to get Issa thought she was going to get a quiet ride, but the Uber driver is very talkative. She's asking them, are they on a date? She asks them where they're from. Lawrence is fine engaging with the Uber driver, but Issa's kind of just getting more and more annoyed. So then she also asks, if y'all are on the date, I love this young black love. When you gonna pop the question? And then Lawrence jokes like, well, I bought a ring, but things just, didn't, I'm still waiting for the right moment or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but the Uber driver flashes the light on him. What you waiting for, nigga? Anywho, we're thinking, well, was he joking about that? About getting Issa a ring? We get back to that later. So we're at the new place that Issa suggested, and she basically just lied to Lawrence, saying that I haven't been here before, but I always wanted to go. And they're just talking, and he's just asking her, like, oh, did you go on a date here with someone? She's like, oh, no, it's not serious or whatever, and she's kind of nervous. He was like, listen, another quote I'm grabbing from the episode, like, no eggshells. We know each other, we've been on each other, let's keep it all out there. And I like that. I like that, just no eggshells, just hash it all out. Or if you're thinking it, say it. Well, that's what I'm getting. So they're at their table and they're getting along. Like they're joking. The chemistry is just really good between them. They really are like two different people than we first met in season 1. It looks like they're not insecure around each other anymore. I mean, I had to, I'm sorry. So finally we get to what Lawrence wanted to talk about with Issa. Finally. He asked her, what happened between us? What if we stayed together? And did I give up too easily? Issa basically said that she was, just devastated by the breakup, just how he is. And she really wasn't looking for a way out, but she really felt like not wanted. And this went into, he asked, why Daniel? And she's saying basically it was just Daniel gave her the attention that she wanted from him. Like, we're getting real conversation now. It looks like Lawrence wants closure from his relationship with Issa. And as they're diving into all this talk, I'm realizing that, you know what? Ever since they did break up, they really never had a chance to like talk it out or talk to each other as friends. And it's really surprising. I'm thinking, was this all in season 1 where she cheated on him? I can't remember. I got to go back and look. But yeah, it's all the way like 3 seasons in and they're just getting to this conversation of closure. Okay. So yeah, she's saying, well, Daniel gave me attention. I didn't feel wanted. I even used to just drive around when we lived together, like after work, just so I wouldn't have to go home. And Lawrence is kind of blown away by that because he had no idea. And Lawrence responds, it's not that I didn't want you. It was just, I guess he just felt insecure at where he was at the time. He said every time Issa would go to work, it reminded him basically how much of a failure he was. And he was even thinking about moving. But then when the whole Issa cheating thing happened, it was easier for him to just blame it all on her. Now, this blows Issa away too. And they kind of have a moment where it's just like real heavy and reflective. Even their server, unfortunately, can see that. I've been in that situation before too. Actually, it was a more negative situation because the couple, they were not having a good date. The woman even left her date hanging. And yeah, I've been around a lot of bad dates and shit like that, so I get the whole awkwardness when you're waiting on 2 people in a really in-depth conversation. Anywho, they bounce back again and they're joking, and then Lawrence really did buy Issa a ring. Yeah, like she's really like taken aback by that too. And he says, yeah, you fucked up, didn't you? But even still, I think everything happens for a reason. I still don't want them to get back together. This is all nice and dandy. I'm glad they're getting along, but I still don't think that I want them together again. I don't even want them to sleep together, but we will get to that soon. So Issa makes her trip to the bathroom, and then Lawrence takes a look at his phone, and he gets a text from Candleholder saying, oh, well, we were supposed to meet on Tuesday, but can we meet tonight? And I'm just thinking, curiouser and curiouser. Are we really going to get this from Lawrence right now? Is he really going to do my girl Issa like this, like dirty? Is he leading her on? Let's see where the night takes us. So Issa and Lawrence, they both leave the restaurant and they run into Issa's TSA bay along with his girlfriend. Some awkward conversation. Lawrence, is enjoying every moment of this. He's asking, oh, well, how do y'all know each other? The guy just casually says, oh, we used to get it in front of his now girlfriend. So yeah, once that moment ends, Issa kind of indirectly asks Lawrence, "Oh, you want to go to like the art walk?" Well, she didn't ask him, but she's like, "Oh, that art walk is just nice, you know?" And he's like, "Yeah, great. Let me know about it. I'm gonna talk to you later." He kisses her on the cheek and just leaves. As she tries to pick up her face off the floor, Lawrence comes back and just like, "I'm just kidding." Yeah, Lawrence is starting to grow on me a little bit. Just a little bit. The chemistry between them is just gargantuan, and it's really nice to see. It's basically just like giving me a vibe of just old friends catching up with each other. Now, as they're strolling down the art walk, they're just having a conversation about happiness. Issa's just saying, you know, she's learned to like create her own happiness without trying to like wait and expect it to just come to her. And then she asks Lawrence, "Oh, well, are you happy?" He says, "Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy." And it's nice. So as they keep walking, so Lawrence's phone rings as they're walking, and we see it's Constitution on the screen. And Issa sees it, and she's just like, "Oh, I mean, are y'all still together?" He's like, "No, we're just trying to, you know, we're still communicating, but we're still like figuring it out." So I'm glad that, you know, he's not hiding it from her, which, you know, leaves out, you know, what I thought he was trying to do with Issa. So I'm glad that, you know, he's sticking to the whole no eggshells theme of the episode. And Issa, she's just cool with it. She's kind of nervously, you know, reacting about it, but she's fine with it. I mean, Lawrence ain't her man, and Contessa isn't her friend anymore, so it is what it is. So after they're done with the art walk, you know, Issa said, "Oh, I'll get the Uber." And then she finds out that Lawrence is actually her neighbor. Like, they live very close to one another. And it's just really weird that he kept that from her, like, for a while. I mean, you think it would just come up in, you know, conversation before that, right? So we're at the next scene. The Uber driver pulls up to Lawrence's crib. They cracking jokes. Everything's good. And then Lawrence is just like, oh, he lets the Uber driver know that, oh, she's going to be up in my crib right quick for 5 minutes. She's going to come back down. I'm just like, oh, Lord. He invited her up. We know what's about to happen. Issa, don't do it. Issa, please don't do it. When I first was watching, I was like, Issa, please don't get out the car. Don't get out the car. So yeah, she gets into his house and, you know, she's really impressed with the surroundings. I mean, Lawrence even has like a maid that comes up twice a week. Like, he's doing the damn thing, and he's, you know, moderately successful. Well, he's more successful than he was. So Issa asks, you know, before she leaves, can she go to the bathroom? And I'm just thinking, if the camera followed Issa, we definitely would be seeing her having a mirror scene between herself right now. I really wish they would have did that, but instead they focus on Lawrence. So Lawrence goes outside for a bit, and he decides to call Conundrum. And he tells her that, oh, well, you know, I'm just finishing up right now. I might still be able to come see you tonight. And we still don't know what it is that Contessa wants to talk about. He basically just said, you know, I'll keep you posted as the night goes on. I'm going to try to see you. So Lawrence walks back into the house and he sees Issa standing like right there. And he lets Issa know that, yeah, she wanted to talk to me, and a little bit of awkward conversation. And Issa's, you know, about to leave and excuses herself out the door. I'm pretty sure that Uber driver was very pissed at this moment right now. So the sexual tension in this scene is just super high. Issa knows that she wants to stay. She gets to the door, and before she even opens it, she turns around and just says, what if I wanted to stay? And then Lawrence is like, I don't know, should we? So Issa's definitely the aggressor in this scene, because she just said, I just don't want the night to be over. Lawrence says, tonight made me happy. And she told him, well, you make me happy. And I'm just like, oh, Lord, here we go. And then Lawrence says, me too. Nigga, what? Me too? I don't know. I hung on to those words because I'm just like, no, I want you to say it. That's the type of person I am. But yeah, me too. But that was all Issa needed. She goes up to him and they start making out, and we get to a very, very passionate sex scene. And I gotta say, the first time I watched the episode, I was just like, no, why? But I think I changed my mind. I'll let you know later after I finish reviewing the episode. But, you know, this is a really tender scene, nice moment. I feel like the writings were already on the wall as soon as they got the first drink. And yeah, like we have our first Lawrence and Issa sex scene that I can even remember. I can't even remember the last scene I've seen them in, like the last sex scene they had. The morning after, we see them in bed. No regrets, you know, they're just talking, and Issa brings up, oh, so San Francisco, huh? He says, yeah, I mean, you gonna miss me? And at this moment, I'm thinking, was this sex more so like a goodbye, or, you know, is there more to it? Anywho, she starts to get up, and she refuses his offer to take her home. She just decides to walk. So she leaves, telling him to have a good day. Lawrence is like, you know, smiling as she leaves, and as Issa is just walking back to her house, which looks like she walked maybe 2 miles, she looks happy, and it looks like she's satisfied that she got some closure. And basically we go up to the LA skyline and end of the episode. So my thoughts. This was a cute episode. I enjoyed it. I'll leave the length complaint out of it. I think they did a great management of time. I think this was a more dialogue-focused episode, so I'm being light right now. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. I enjoyed the episode. I knew they were gonna fuck. I knew they were. I just knew it. And it seemed like, you know, it was closure for a relationship that they once had. I don't know, like, I haven't been in a relationship in so long, but for those of you that were, you let me know in the comments of what you thought. Like, was it closure, or is it open to them being back together? As I'm looking back at it a second time, I'm thinking maybe it was just closure for both of them. Maybe. I really think like the actions after this episode will let us know, well, was it like just a goodbye, a farewell, or was it going to be more? Is it going to get messier? You know, is something going to happen? And lastly, the unanswered questions, what I wanted to know. I wanted to know about Komodo Dragon, like bailing on Issa. Like, she still didn't get any clarity from that situation. Like, why did she, like, you know, bail on Issa before the whole block party thing? I still want to know what was in her mind. Secondly, what does she need to talk to Lawrence about? And I've been looking at a lot of online critiques, and people are thinking that she's pregnant with Lawrence's kid, and that would definitely throw me for a loop. And I'm wondering, like, would the writers actually do that? And finally, I mean, will they get back together or will they not? We got 2 episodes left. I can't wait to find out. We get a preview of next week, and it's Issa finally confronting Molly in this diner, Shoney's looking type place. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see. I mean, we got 2 episodes left. I can't believe it. 2 more episodes left. The 2 extra episodes. Anywho, let me know your thoughts on the episode in the comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I have 3 videos coming up this week, so I will see you then.